Oh, hello, this is Tak Chong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any question regarding this video or any other videos, please write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com. I will be happy to answer your question through email. This will allow me to provide you a more thorough answer. And if you have any suggestions and comments regarding my YouTube channel, please let me know. Thank you. Scramlet is a very simple egg dish. It's probably one of the most popular stir-fry dish all over the world. It is a combination between scrambled egg and omelette, and you can create many different versions of scramlet. In this video, I would like to demonstrate, I would call it a seafood scramlet. I have been thinking about how to cook this dish for a while, and recently I was very happy that I find a scallop. And this actually is jumbo scallop, but they come in pieces. It's probably from the scallops that broken up and they sold them in pieces. I found them in a supermarket called Fresh Time, and they were on sale, 50% off. Normally it's $13 and now it's $7. And I thought I will give it a try. I'm going to cook this scramlet. In addition to the scallop, I'm going to combine it with some shrimp as well, and so that will make it a nice seafood scramlet. The shrimp that I'm going to use is a large shrimp. It is one of those 30 to 40 count shrimp, and this is about the same size as the jumbo scallop pieces, so I assume they probably will cook about the same rate. Now, one issue that I need to deal with when cooking the shrimp and the scallop like this is that because they are fairly large and I do not want to cut them up. So I need to find a way to make sure that they will be properly cooked. Now, my strategy is that I'm going to cook the egg separately, and then I will cook the shrimp and the scallop, and then at the end I will mix them together. I will first coat the shrimp with a thin layer of cornstarch, about 1 tablespoon. I also add 1 teaspoon of my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix. This will help to enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients. I have this seasoning mix available on Amazon, and if you like to try it, I have the link below the videos. This dish is the basic template of the scramlet. Very easy and quick to cook. I first season the wok with my smart seasoning method to create a non-stick cook surface. I let the oil to heat up until it starts to move very gently, and then I turn the heat down and let it smoke for about another 10 to 15 seconds. This will guarantee that I will have a non-stick cook surface. Next, I add the egg. I use 6 eggs to cook this dish. As you can see, the egg, I also seasoned it a little bit with my basic seasoning mix, as well as some garlic pepper. Again, you can season it exactly the way how you like it. The wok is well seasoned because I can remove the cooked egg freely from the surface of the wok. Use the wok spatula. This greatly enhances the speed in cooking the egg because this will allow the uncooked egg to fill the space. And then I add just about half cup of frozen vegetable mix. This will give the egg some nice color as well as add some flavor to it. And as you can see, the dish cooked very quickly, and by now the egg is about probably 70% cooked. And I turn off the stove and I transfer the egg into a plastic container, which I will later on to mix it with the shrimp and the scallop. As I mentioned earlier, the reason that I separate cooking the egg and the shrimp and the scallop is because the egg cooks very quickly, as you can see in this part of the video. In fact, it takes only about 3 minutes to cook. I know it will take longer to cook the shrimp and the scallop, so it is much better if I cook the egg first and then I go and cook the shrimp and the scallop. This is a very common technique for stir frying, and I call it combinatory stir frying. You cook each ingredient separately because this will give you much better control, and then you combine them together at the end. So now I'm ready to cook the shrimp and the scallop. The shrimp and scallop also will not take much time to cook. As you can see, the shrimp and the scallops is about the same size, although there are some variations of the scallop pieces. I'm going to lay them out because I have coated them with cornstarch. So I'm going to cook it like this, like a shallow frying technique. But I'm not going to cook it for too long. So the next step is that I'm going to stir fry them very quickly. As you can tell, everything cooks really fast. The shrimp already start to change color. Based on my past experience, they both cook at about the same rate. So when the shrimp is about done, I think the scallop will be alright as well. As you notice that some of the cornstarch that I used to coat the shrimp and the scallops start to stick to the bottom of the wok a little bit. So I use my wok spatula as a way to detach them. And that's one nice thing about the stainless steel wok spatula, because you can use it like a scraper. And by now, I believe the shrimp and the scallop is almost done. To get a little bit better flavor, I'm going to add some scallion, which I have already had in my advanced prepping. I cut this scallion into strips, and they actually has excellent shelf life, lasts up to about 2 weeks. So now everything is done. The final step is for me to add the egg to the shrimp and mix everything together. Now you remember I cooked the egg to about 70% done because I expect that I will probably going to cook it a little bit more, and I will probably cook them for an additional 30 seconds. This will cook the egg to the texture that I would like it. So now it is done. This dish is very, very easy to cook and very fast. And by cook them with the egg separate from the shrimp and scallops, I am able to much better to control the texture of both the egg and the shrimp and scallops. So I will not overcook any of them. And I'm particularly concerned that I overcook the shrimp and the scallop. Of course, I do not want to undercook them either. So this represents a variation of the scramlet dish. In other scramlet dish, I cook everything together, but in this one, I cook them separately. And this allows me now to introduce many different types of ingredients into this scramlet. For those ingredients that would take longer time to cook, I just simply cook them separately and combine them. And finally, I garnish it a little bit with oyster sauce, just a light touch. And now the dish is done. I always enjoyed shrimp and egg cooked together, but I very rarely try it with scallop because normally the jumbo sea scallop seems to be a little bit too expensive for my taste. But for this one, the price is really quite reasonable, and this dish turned out to be excellent. This dish is a great example of template-based cooking. You use a basic template, which is the scramlet template, to create variations. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. This cooking system will help you to make home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.